10-3 Arkansas. Yes, 10-3 Arkansas as we begin the start of the third. But first, down to Tracy with Bobby Petrino.
Coach, a 10-3 lead over the #1 team in the nation. You're doing it without your leading rusher. What's been the key for you for so far?
Well, defense is doing a great job creating turnovers and stopping their offense when they get in the red zone. We've got to move the ball more consistent on offense and take some shots for some big plays like we did right before half.
What did you say to them in the locker room to keep them believing?
Just keep doing what we're doing. Let's eliminate the mistakes, get rid of the penalties, and go win the game.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Brandon James drifts over to his right, grabs the kickoff at the 3-yard line, comes left, and he's going to be tackled at the 22-yard line. So the Florida Gators, #1 in the land, unexpectedly trailing. 3 turnovers, that helps the Arkansas cause.
Well, that's the formula for an upset like that, you know. But Arkansas has played, I think, Arkansas football. I mean, you know, I think they were embarrassed that they did not show up. They got a veteran team. 8 starters return on offense, 9 on defense, and they look like a veteran team in this football game. They're playing tough, physical, SEC defense, and they're getting the benefit of some turnovers.
Well, I think there might have been a penalty on the kickoff. Yes, blocked below the waist. What do you expect from Tim Tebow on this other bunch?
Here's the interesting thing about Tebow and the Florida offense. They have not had the explosive plays, so they can't count on getting the ball 7 or 8 times in the second half. If past history lays out, they might only get the ball 5, 6, or 7 times. They got to make them count.
First down and 10. Here's the dive play. Boy, this has not worked, nor has the running game at all for the #2 rushing team in the country, averaging 285 yards coming in, 42 yards at the half.
Yeah, if it's not Malcolm Shepard, it's Zach Strather. Best time number 61 right in the middle. Splits a double team. Oh, that is just sad. Florida is going to really be upset about having the point of attack doubled and allowing that guy to split the double team and make the tackle.
Demps splits out wide to the far side. And here is Tebow, 4-man defensive front for the Razorbacks. They bring only 4. Tebow, David Nelson. And that's going to be a first down. Florida out near the 50-yard line, a gain of 13.
David Nelson has to be very careful coming off that play. Now, this is a back shoulder slant. This ball is thrown to the back shoulder on purpose. The receiver expects the ball to the back shoulder. Now watch David Nelson come out of it and a little bit of celebration. Boy, right now A.J. Green is going, huh?
Demps and Rainey in the backfield with Tebow. Motion, and 3 Razorback defensive guys pointed, I believe, at one of the Pouncey twins.
Well, I tell you, Mike Pouncey was upset at Tebow that time. He felt he got a false signal and he was hanging in there too long.
Well, that was the back judge who made the call on excessive celebration, made the next one too on Charles Scott. This is the catch made by Hernandez. And after that 5-yard penalty, they get down to the 42-yard line. Wendell Davis and Elton Ford. How about trends through the first half?
Well, if you watch the first half, you know what the trends are going to be. Florida can't run it. Florida's turning it over, and it's a good thing Tebow's hitting his passes or they wouldn't have anything. Ryan Mallett does not have a lot of yards, but he hit that big play at the end of the half. And as Bobby Petrino said, we got to take a few more shots down the field, and that's a shocking number on the bottom. 42 yards rushing.
Second down and 2. You would expect Tebow to carry. Nope, he's going to throw. Perhaps off the back foot. Hernandez stumbles and falls at the 23-yard line. That has been their best combination so far, a 19-yard gain.
Well, last week he had a career-high 6 receptions against LSU. Today already, I believe that's his 7th, and Tebow did have to throw that one off his back foot, but Hernandez is so open, he could have thrown it off his back rear end and got that one. I couldn't think of anything else.
I know, you were looking for a euphemism.
Yeah, I was left with back rear end. That's
you
all I
were in
had.
dangerous territory. Here's another running play stuffed. I tell you, listen to this, Gary. Through 5 games, Jeff Demps is averaging almost 9 yards per carry. Rainey is up there, and Emmanuel Moody, were he eligible, he hasn't had enough carries, is averaging 9.6. And today, they've got nada. Demps at 1.3, Rainey at 2, and Emmanuel Moody at 2.
A little of a...
Second down and 9. Here's the play fake, and the pass is low. One hopper. Incomplete, intended for Thompson.
And that ball might have gone to Riley Cooper, but Riley Cooper's not on the field. He's in the locker room right now. So Deontay Thompson has to be the go-to guy on the other side. He's only caught 2 passes all year. Cooper not on the field as he went to the locker room for Florida. Another injured receiver. Remember, they're out without Carl Monroe, Andre Dubois, and there's those rushing figures. Wow, Vern.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, and you know what? It's also been Tebow is accounting for more than 70% of the offense through his throwing and running. There's nothing else.
3rd and 9. And again, the empty backfield with 3 to the right, and Cooper came off the field after the first play from scrimmage timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was running down, and Urban Meyer called it.
Time called. 10-3. Arkansas leads 10-3. Riley Cooper in the locker room. Here's Trace with more.
That's right, guys. Cooper suffered a hip pointer at the end of that first half. I was told there was nothing they really could do for him at half but stretch him out. He tried to go back in on that first play but came right out in pain. As you saw, the trainers took him into the locker room for further evaluation. If I get an update, I'll pass it along, guys.
All right, thank you, Tracy.
And I'll tell you right now, Arkansas is showing man-to-man across the board on this 3rd and long. Look at the look. All matched up right here. What does Florida grab onto?
Moody is top of the screen. Deontay Thompson bottom. Tebow under some pressure. Under a lot of pressure. DeQuinte Jones, number 92.
What Arkansas really did here was play outside technique robber. Here's the robber in the middle of the field. Each one of these guys will play outside technique and force their receiver to the middle. Robber coverage in the middle. He's standing there reading Tebow's eyes. You got a deep safety and a short linebacker, and everybody plays outside technique. And Tebow never had anyone to throw the ball to that he was comfortable with. In that situation, what you like to have as an offense is a play to one side that forces a pass to the outside of the field, and the other side forces a play to the inside of the field. Do you read the coverage and hit it?
Career long for Sturgis is 37. This one's got plenty of distance. He's got a new career long. 51 yards, Caleb Sturgis.
Wow. Made it by 10 yards, didn't he?
Yes. First year as a place kicker. Congratulations from Chaz Henry, 10-6. Career long by 14 yards for Caleb Sturgis, and aerial coverage of the SEC on CBS Sports provided by DirecTV. Well, crowd in excess of 90,000, most of them clad in blue and orange. And in the lower right-hand corner, there's a very tiny section of folks in red and white. Arkansas fans who are still thrilled with the fact that their team leads by 4. Riley Cooper back from the locker room. That's apparently good news if he's ready to go back. Now here's Sturgis. And he follows the 51-yard field goal with a 41-yard kickoff. Watch out. Dennis Johnson fighting across the 40 and down at the 42.
That was an impressive kickoff return right there, because that puts every play in Petrino's offense on the table for the passing attack. Johnson, he's powerful. He runs north and south, and kind of goes off balance, but there's not going to be a kicker that's going to be able to tackle that guy.
No, I don't think so. That's not going to be in the Caleb Sturgis highlight reel.
He ran right over him. Well, Florida's defense was so successful in that 3rd quarter against LSU. Can they turn this game around with another dominating 3rd quarter of defense?
Toss left. Dennis Johnson has to cut back right because of the contain out in the corner. Ahmad Black, number 35, is the first to get there, and it's time to welcome the Duck. Aflac. Time for the Aflac trivia question of the week, and here it is. Which coach reached 50 wins in the fewest number of games after joining the SEC? And the reason for that is that Urban Meyer, with a victory today, would win his 50th. Second down, 9. Flag. Delay.
Ball foul. False start. Number 65.
Yep.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And Gary was alluding to the fine defensive effort by Florida. Now Joe Hayden was on the bench, but only for one play, and he is back on the field. Marky Anderson. There's Hayden. Oh, it is Hayden still on the bench.
No, he's back on the field. That was just moments ago. Yeah, he came back on. You know, DJ Williams, who was moving right there for that penalty, Vern, has not had a ball even thrown to him yet in the game.
That's right. Hand off on the sweep. Nothing. Now let's go to Tim Brando for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan.
All right, Vern, everyone thought Colt McCoy could make a significant run today. He did have a touchdown pass, 21 of 39, but less than impressive, 127 yards. Tony Pike of Cincinnati completed 12 of 25 for 140, but injured his left wrist. They're going to check on his status early this week. Jimmy Clausen, with all of that hype, is struggling early in the third, trailing USC 13-7. Certainly the most ballyhooed of that trio. Back to you.
Ballyhooed. Like it. Third down, Mallett. Caught and dropped from behind. Justin Tratto, number 94. They've been jawing at each other throughout the game.
Well, Ryan Mallett wanted to go to DJ Williams here, but A.J. Jones, number 16, does a good job on Williams. Watch the cover. The linebacker takes the throw away, and Mallett is forced to move up in the pocket. A stop. Remember LSU, Vern, when we said they did such a great job? LSU had 8 plays for 4 yards in the third quarter.
Here's Brandon James on the punt at the 15. Whoa, nice open field tackle, but a flag from the far side. Freddie Burton, number 46, made the tackle.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Janoris Jenkins on this play. It's going to move back another 10 yards or half the distance, either one.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 7, return team. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
It looked like a 7, but I don't think 7 was out there. 1 and 7 looks a lot alike.
It does to me. What's wrong with that? Mallett and Major Wright. Justin Tratto with the stop. Gary, take us through this week's headlines in college.
Well, it was great to see Stephon Johnson come back for USC, not as a player, but at least for his teammates to see. Tony Pike is out to such a hot start. That wrist injury, they say his plate in his wrist may have moved on him. And then almost the tragedy of Sam Bradford this season. That one just makes you swallow hard and hope that he can come back healthy next year.
First down and 10, Florida. Here's Tebow. Got a little bit of running room up the gap at left guard and a flag. No, it's not. Beg your pardon.
Well, you know, what's interesting about this Florida team, you know, 5-0. Everybody believes, you know, that they're the team to beat for the national championship, although Alabama's coming on strong, right?
Yep.
But, you know, they just don't have that firepower that they had a year ago. They just don't, without Percy Harvin out there.
And Lewis Murphy.
And Lewis Murphy, people are able to crowd the line of scrimmage, and the yards are just tougher to come by.
Second down and 5 at the 12, 10-6. Arkansas leads it. 4-man rush by the Hogs. Tebow has been sacked 4 times already, and he has to let this one go. It's caught, but out of bounds by Riley Cooper. who is back on the field. Well, how about the pressure from Arkansas?
I'll tell you, Carl Johnson got beat inside, but Riley Cooper was real close, coming back right down the sideline, and Tebow had to bail out of it. That offensive line for Florida has had a tough time with the front four for Arkansas. The most dominating group on the field is the Arkansas defensive line.
Who'd have thought that coming in?
Nope, never would have guessed it.
Who would have believed? 3rd down and 5. 5 wide. They blitz this time. And Tebow is caught for the 5th time. Coming into this ball game, Florida had been sacked 7 times. That's 5 today.
This is also the 4th time on 3rd and medium or long that they've been able to get him. This time it's inside the linebacker, Jerry Franklin, who moves to his left and then comes back to his right, and that Florida offensive line did not handle it. You got to give it today to Willie Robinson, defensive coordinator for Arkansas. He has come up with a game plan.
And here's Chaz Henry to punt for the 2nd time in the ball game. Let's go. Oh, wow. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Now, right now, Ryan Mallett is telling Petrino, I want to go on these guys. Give me a chance.
31-yard punt. Hogs at the 37 of Florida.
Now it's time for the Jack Link's Beef Jerky Action Cam.
Here's Jeremy Franklin right there. Watch the stunt. He goes inside and then comes back. It's 5 on 5. 5 blockers, 5 rushers. That's a bust on the offensive line for Florida and causes a sack. It's the 4th sack on 3rd down, and you know that package for Arkansas has been thought out well.
You know, for a variety of reasons, that's become my favorite moment of the ball game.
Yeah.
Quarterback comparison, Mallett and Tebow.
Well, what stands out to me is this right here, 5 sacks right there. Who would have thought?
Only 7 coming in. And now Ryan Mallett, let's see if he delivered a message to Bobby Petrino and got the answer he sought. I think so. Oh, no. How about the pressure then? Jermaine Cunningham collapsed the offensive line.
Yeah, running coming right off the left side this time. Cunningham is right down here. Turns out, comes inside. He goes right inside Dominguez right there. Now remember, the offensive line for Arkansas flops. So Dominguez has to play left tackle and right tackle. That's tough in pass protection.
That's a loss of 7. 3rd sack by the Gators this afternoon.
He's on the other side now.
Yeah. Blitz threatened. A.J. Jones starts to come, drops back. Pass goes left side. It's caught by Jarius Wright, number 4. And he got the 7 back. The tackle made by Will Hill, number 10.
I asked Bobby Petrino why he does that, because NFL guys don't do it, and Bobby came from the NFL, and he said, I get to have more plays in the offense with flopping the line because I don't have to have them learn the play both ways. It's strong and weak. I can have more offense. I have to give up a little bit in protection because of it.
3rd and 10. Arkansas has yet to convert a 3rd down. They're 0 for 7. And they hand it off. They go conservative. And Dennis Johnson is hit at the line by A.J. Jones. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, it's an odd place on the field right here. Do you punt it? Seems to me like you would.
Dylan Breeding is coming on. He is the punter.
They faked last week, remember that. But they also faked in our game. Well, they had, it was a blocked punt they had against Alabama, wasn't it?
Right. 4th down. James will take the fair catch at the 7-yard line. And it's time now to cue the duck once again. There he is. Which coach reached 50 wins in the fewest number of games after joining the SEC? And this is all games, not just conference. Frank Thomas went 50-9. Gene Stallings, Fulmer, Rick Spurrier, Alan McKean.
Bear Bryant must have been somewhere besides Alabama when he started that, right? Must have been at Kentucky for the first.
You know
part
what?
of
I
that?
think you're right.
Yes.
Oh, good catch. You're having a great afternoon.
It's the weather.
I know. Yes. First down. Wow.
Remember that play by Trent Richardson when he broke all those tackles against Arkansas? It was an embarrassing play for the Razorbacks.
53 yards.
Today, they have tackled soundly. I mean, you're going to give up some yards, but they have not missed tackles. It's another key of why they're hanging in this game.
Second down and 3. There's Jake Beckett, who in the first quarter had a sack and forced a fumble that led to the first points. Look at the rushing yardage. Here comes the blitz again. This one tossed out to the right side. Chris Rainey. Oh, baby.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Could this be the fourth?
I thought it was a trip on the play by the Arkansas defensive back. I thought it could have been called tripping. Now, you're never supposed to fumble it, but I don't know which defensive back it was, but I thought it was a trip.
Well, Tremaine Thomas recovered it.
And it was Thomas, number 5. Look at him. He
His
laid
foot.
out, and the foot hit the ball, and it goes back to him. Watch Rainey put the fake, fakes out Thomas, and he throws his foot up and knocks it. One of those days. Well, sometimes it's just your day.
I'd say that's a 9.6 on a 10-point scale, and he wins the gymnastic competition.
Wow.
How do you do? First and 10. Mallett in trouble. Hops the ball as Joe Hayden.
It was the oh shoot screen right there to the tight end. You can roll out one way, throw it back the other way. Yeah, we used to call it something different in the NFL.
Slightly.
Well, we got to
Just change a vowel
TV.
and you got it.
You know, got a TV. But that time, the tight end, DJ Williams, could not get out quick enough, and Mallett had to get rid of it.
Second down and 10.
Boy, that Florida defensive line has turned it up a notch. Charlie Strong must have lit it to them at halftime.
Johnson scoots and spins and is out of bounds. How big is this play coming up? It'll be third down and 3. And this Florida defense is doing all of this without their leader, Brandon Spikes. Charlie Strong, the coordinator, lost Spikes to a groin injury in the early part of the ball game.
Well, you know, and also Arkansas has lost Michael Smith, who went for 145 last week against Auburn and over 100 last year against this Florida defense.
Michael Smith looks on. Brandon Spikes calls for more crowd noise. 3rd and 5. Mallett in the corner, man coverage with Joe Hayden, diving try. It is incomplete. Childs.
Great coverage, Vern. Great coverage. This is a well-thrown ball, good route, good defense. That's as good as you can do it on each side here. Childs and Hayden. Beautiful job by Hayden, a well-thrown ball, and Childs just doesn't come up with it. You could not put it there any better.
I guess he's disgusted with his teammate. Field goal, 39 yards. Alex Tejada to increase the Arkansas lead. He pushed it, and it's wide right. After the 4th fumble given up by the Florida offense, the Gator defense is equal to the task.
Well, I tell you, Ryan Mallett, I don't blame him for being upset. Perfect throw, but what a stop for this Florida defense. Right in his hands. He gets dropped, a near miss there, and then Tejada comes with another near miss. And man, oh man, the Florida coaches are trying to turn on this crowd.
Charlie Strong, defensive coordinator. Somehow, some way, someday, Charlie Strong is going to get a head coaching opportunity. He has had a terrific career. He and Urban Meyer go back to '95 when they were assistants to Lou Holtz at Notre Dame.
Yes. You know what? I think in a way, though, Charlie's caught a break. When he gets his job, he's going to be ready for it.
Deep, man wide open. This will go for 6. And it's to number 6. Deontay Thompson, 77 yards. Gators lead. Sturgis with the extra point inside the right upright.
Vern, I'm going to give you the definition of peeking into the backfield. Watch Ramon Broadway right here, peek into the backfield over there. Watch his eyes. He's playing man-to-man to the outside. Stay with him. Watch him peek right now. Oh, my. That is peeking. That ain't peeking. That's staring into the backfield. You cannot play man-to-man coverage and try to make a play in the backfield. It costs you 6 points.
So much hope that this man would help replace Harvin and Murphy from a year ago. Injured hamstring. He caught 2 passes in the first 2 games for 2 touchdowns. He's now got 3. And at the other end, the guy who launched the 77-yard touchdown pass, Tim Tebow. And for the first time today, Florida leads.
Well, Tebow's pass offense has been the offense in this game. But you know, it was off the play action play, and Broadway peeked back. I mean, he looked back there. You just, you know, as a defensive coach, it puts you in man-to-man. You got to cover your man. Now, they might beat you, but you got to be running with them.
Tim Tebow's hero when he was a boy growing up was Danny Werfel. That touchdown pass just broke a tie he held with Werfel, another former Heisman Trophy winner. All-time career responsibility touchdowns in the SEC. Bobble. That's a muffed kickoff return, and look what's happened. Joe Hayden, one of the great athletes on this team, caught up with him and shoved him out of bounds.
Well, it's so similar to last week against Auburn. When Auburn made their run, they had the big return by Dennis Johnson, and Johnson does it again against these outstanding special teams for Florida.
You think he might have had some words for his teammates in the locker room?
I think everybody did.
First down 10. Roderick Green. Again, a reminder that Michael Smith unable to go. The young man who had 145 last week. Number 21, who is out for the game with a hamstring injury. Carlos Dunlap, number 8, makes the tackle. 2nd and 8. Dennis Johnson, number 33. Childs goes wide left. There's Michael Smith. 3 men down now. And again, Brandon Spike's not playing. Groin pull. Blitz coming. Handoff. Broken tackle. Another broken tackle. A 3rd broken tackle. And watch out.
Wow. Dennis Johnson slips to number 4 on the depth chart. A true sophomore. He's the guy that was returning the punts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Florida Gators, and up the sideline.
And a gain of 24 and a suddenly quiet crowd.
Yeah. Florida had all the momentum going their way on that just before that play.
First down of the quarter for Arkansas. They trail by 3 with 95 seconds to go in this period. Mallett cuts back to the left, up the middle, bangs off another tackle. The handoff to Johnson, and another outstanding run, this one of 18 yards.
Well, this one was well blocked. You got to give this one to the offensive line. Just a ride, zone read play. Mallett gets it blocked great up front by Oxner, number 60. He turns his man, and then Johnson finds a little seam, cuts back, and he has been something, hasn't he?
Indeed. 24-yard gain. He's carried 10 times for 100 yards. He'll get it again. And this time Omar Hunter, yes, it is Omar Hunter who makes the tackle.
I mean, you don't gain 100 yards that often against this Florida Gator defense.
It'll be second down. Final 43 seconds. Charlie Strong, think.
Right.
How about think and tackle? Yeah. Green in at tailback now, number 29. Fullback Van Stumen is to the right side. This is Jarius Wright in motion all the way across, followed by Janoris Jenkins. Play fake, Mallett under some pressure into the end zone.
Man,
he had him open. Oh, my goodness. It was Van Stumen, the fullback, open by 7 yards.
See, but the most important thing you said on that, he's going to miss him anyway, but he's a fullback. Fullback, you have to throw the ball right at him. He's going to sneak out right here on the bootleg, and he's wide open. You cannot lead a fullback. They're not used to catching balls. 10 yards open, missed him by 5.
You sound like a man who's had some experience
Yes,
with that.
well, I had a good one. James Jones, former Gator, was a good one.
3rd and 9. Mallett, right side. Is it caught? Is it trapped? It was trapped. Hit the ground. 4th down. Intended for Lucas Miller, number 88, in front of Will Hill, number 10.
Yeah, another inaccurate pass. He had him. Ball was thrown low this time. Ryan Mallett, who Bobby Petrino said is sometimes scary accurate, has not been in this football game.
Alex Tejada, who missed his first field goal of the season, last attempt. This one from 31 yards, and this is to tie this thing up. Perfect. We have played 7 seconds shy of 3/4. Nice response by Mallett, but particularly from Dennis Johnson. Kickoff return and 2 great runs. We're tied at 13. By the way, just a pop for the local high school. Steamboat Springs won last night, 61-21 over Battle Mountain, and they're still undefeated and ranked 2nd in the state.
We're going to have to take that internet away from you, Vern. We're going to have to take the internet away from you.
Oh, my goodness. Brandon James at the 1. Dropped at the 20. Ramon Broadway, number 26. The fellow who was caught staring into the backfield on the touchdown toss. That's the end of 3 with our score 13-13. We'll return to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium right after this word from your local station. Five years ago on this date, October 17th, the Razorbacks, led by Bill Montgomery, went on to defeat the top-ranked Texas Longhorns. You know who else was on that team? They won the national title. Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones. And then in 1981, an unranked Arkansas team defeated Texas. Gary Anderson, the leader of that bunch, it was 42-11. So October 17th has been very kind to the Razorbacks. They're tied as we begin the final quarter. 13-13, first time Bobby Petrino as a head coach has ever met a #1 team. And of course, Florida with a winning streak of 15 straight. Here's Tebow. That's a designed run. No slide there. No slide at all. Well, 13-13. This game, this team, Arkansas, has given us even more, I think, than we expected.
Well, you remember we started out the show was 15, 51, and 15.
Right.
Well, the 51 is gone, and it looks like it's going to be 15 versus 15. Now, Tebow hit his big play. Mallett has missed two. We still got a tie game. It seems to me the hot hand is going to win this football game.
All right, it's Mallett and Tebow head-to-head at quarterbacks, and Emmanuel Moody is on the field. Here's Tebow. Oh, Riley Cooper missed a block. How they done so far?
Well, Tebow has been on target. He had the one big, huge play. Ryan Mallett, unfortunately, has had a drop ball that could have been a touchdown. We'll give him that one. But he missed two that could have been touchdowns in my mind. Settling for field goals. Could that come back and haunt the team?
Second down and 3.
They always find a way to blame the quarterback, don't they? It kind of goes with the territory.
Oh, goodness. There's the dive play. Now, last Saturday night, we talked about that not being an option play. Is it an option play this afternoon?
Well, it sure doesn't look like Florida's running any options in this football game. Now, it also doesn't look like Tebow has any remnants of a concussion either. He looks totally normal on the field to me. Last week, he looked a little quiet.
We asked him yesterday, have you seen the replay when you were knocked out? And he said, hasn't everybody?
Yeah, how could I not?
He saw it. He was in the hospital with his family and with Urban Meyer, and it was running the highlight. He said they kept going back for updates. And there again, here's Tebow rolling right and being chased and caught by Wendell Davis. That's 6 sacks in the ball game.
And he had Deontay Thompson again down the field. It's a good thing they did not have, I think Davis is right here. He playing man-to-man. He has Demps man-to-man. He sees Demps slow down, and he hits the crease. Deontay Thompson was open again, but the pass rush forced Tebow to keep it. Boy, this Arkansas defense has played a brilliant game.
And it's a defense that had given up an average of 399 yards per game coming in. 4-man rush, Tebow. Again, he's got to tuck it and run. He spins. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Now, 3rd and long. What have they been sacked 4 times on 3rd and
6.
long?
Oh, on 4th.
Yeah, on 3rd and long. 6 for the game.
Right.
3rd, 4 of them on this 3rd and long situation. Took Riley Cooper away that time, did Willie Robinson. Tebow had nowhere to go with the ball. Looks like Tim is picking out a guy, and then when it's not there, the rush is getting to him. He's forced to run. He doesn't seem to be going to number 2, 3, or 4 in his progression.
Cooper comes wide right. Now Demps joins him. On 3rd down, here comes the, oh, it's tipped. It was a screen pass, and it was tipped. It'll be 4th down. Malcolm Shepard, number 96.
He's a great player. Every coach who goes against Arkansas points out Malcolm Shepard, a returning all-SEC player. Look at him get in there. He's not, 6'5", but he's that prototype defensive tackle, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, and is really, really tough to block.
That'll bring on Chaz Henry, and again, 0 punt returns. This is his 3rd punt today, only his 14th of the year. Nice one. Oh, that's a beauty. And a fair catch called at the 13-yard line. 47-yard punt, nothing on the return. Tied at 13. Homecoming at Florida.
Charlie Strong needs his defense to continue this second half surge. He's given up only 56 yards, 2 first downs.
Mallett comes near side. It's over the head,
Yeah.
a little high for Greg Childs.
Ryan Mallett needed to have a Javon Sneed type game. He's 6 for 19. He's had maybe 1 or 2 drop, but he's been inaccurate on maybe 5 or 6 passes.
You mean a Javon Sneed game from a
A year ago.
Yeah.
Yes, when
Yeah.
Javon was so hot a year ago against Florida. Thank you, Vern. Is today he has not been on target enough.
He's missed his last 5. 2nd down and 10. DJ Williams still hasn't caught a pass. Here's Johnson, who's been the offensive story for the Razorbacks, and he picks up 3.
And that's a big note because DJ Williams was the Mackey Award finalist a year ago in 2008 season. Aaron Hernandez, has 7 catches?
Yes.
So you got the finalist from a year ago, the tight end, such a wild card, with no catches for Arkansas.
3rd and 6 at the 17. Tratto is out, injury. We'll get an update. He's the nose tackle in the 3-man front.
How about that? 0 for 10.
Yeah.
3rd down conversions. Last week, LSU Vern was 1 for 9.
And in the last 2 games, opponents are 4 for 25. And here's a screen pass left. They've got the guy wide open. It's Johnson, and he breaks another tackle. What an afternoon he's having.
Yes. Snuck him out of the backfield. Somewhat of a delayed pass. He was going to Johnson all the way, and then Johnson took it and did the rest himself. This guy's like a gyroscope. He's impossible to knock over here.
104 yards, 14 receiving. And he's been a kickoff return specialist as well. That was the first 3rd down conversion of the second half. Mallett got him. A.J. Jones, the linebacker, on the blitz. Dunlap got there second.
Well, I'll tell you, Broderick Green, when you see a blitz, you have to give up the fake. He goes too much for the fake when he should have been coming over here and block. Give up the fake when you have the linebacker. Give it up. Give it up. He gets it too far inside, and he cannot make the play.
2nd down, 17. Cunningham from the backside. The ball is tipped and incomplete. And there is the irrepressible Joe Hayden. What a player he is.
Yes, he is. And he just doesn't stand behind his defender and make the tackle. He covers him, sees the ball, and it dives in front and makes the play. What a 3-year starter. Started as a true freshman for Florida.
High school quarterback in Maryland. All-state basketball player. He threw for 7,000 plus yards. Had never played cornerback till he got here. 3rd down, 3-man rush. Mallett steps up, heaves it right. He's got a man open. It's caught for Arkansas. It's Dennis Johnson. Tries to go. It's Greg Childs. I beg your pardon. He fumbles in the end zone.
Touchdown.
It is a touchdown.
Yep. Wow. Vern, I can't believe it. Top of the screen. Jenkins thinks he has him under control, but he peeks, and when Mallett makes the throw, Childs is going to go for the end zone. I think Jarius Wright gets one last block to screen him. And that was going to be reviewed. That's right on the line. That is going to be reviewed.
Wow.
That was really close. Major Wright, I think, comes in at the last second. Top of the screen. See if Major Wright doesn't get it.
Oh,
man, I don't.
That might.
Let's see who got the ball, though. Who gets the football?
But isn't it an incomplete pass?
No, he ran all that way down there. Let's see who gets the ball. Does he get up and get the ball? Yes, he does. I don't see how this is not a touchdown. Now, maybe, I don't know exactly the rule here. Could it be a dead play once the ball is fumbled? But Childs does go get the football. How about that block by Jarius Wright?
Yeah.
And Ryan Mallett went up in the pocket, turned to his right, and just gunned it.
Robert Ruggio is the
Now, the first thing the replay official will do is try to determine if he broke the plane. Remember, Childs got the fumble, though. Now, remember, our cameras are not on the goal line, and the official signaled touchdown, who was standing right on the line.
Again, Robert Ruggiero is the replay official.
We talked about Ryan Mallett missing some easy throws. This is one of the hardest throws you can make.
Boy, that's a tough call.
What a job by Childs getting up and getting that ball. He realized it was close. He didn't just signal touchdown. He went and got it.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchdown.
See, because of our angle, the replay official had no idea whether that ball crossed the plane or not.
Number 2, Alex Tejada.
And so Childs gets the 75-yard touchdown reception. Tejada to make it 20-13.
And remember, that was a 3rd and long, picked up not one in the whole game before this, the pass earlier in that drive by Dennis Johnson, and then another one by Ryan Mallett.
How ironic, Gary, that just at the end of the first half, Childs dropped one in the end zone.
Yes. Look at this play by Mallett off his wrong foot, going up in the pocket and delivers a strike. Jenkins peeks. He peaked. And Arkansas takes the lead, 20-13.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Geico, Macy's, Outback Steakhouse, and by TIAA Cref. Now this sellout crowd is stunned. 75-yard pass on 3rd and a mile. Ryan Mallett to Greg Childs.
Yeah, 3rd and 17 against one of the best defenses in the country. So much experience, so much speed. They got him backed up. You know, they get 3rd and 6 before.
Right.
And they hadn't won the whole game.
And
then they go back to back.
Right.
Then they go back to back. But you know, this is a Florida battle-tested team. Arkansas is going to have to earn this one. They're hanging in there. They're doing a great job, but it's still 9.5 minutes to go in the game.
Here's Beckman. Short kickoff. Brandon James on the run at the 20. Tackled at the 34-yard line. And let's go back and look at the touchdown.
Well, let's see. It could have been it could be Ahmad Black, the safety, or Jenkins, the corner. 2 guys that could have deep outside on this play. Mallett's going to come up in the pocket. Ahmad Black freezes. And when he turns, lets the deepest guy get deeper than him. What's a safety's job? Get as deep as the deepest receiver. Cliff, is that right? Cliff's in our booth. Cliff Harris just said, get as deep as the deepest receiver.
Cliff Harris can't contain himself right now. His son, Matt. Uh-oh. There goes the smile from Cliff Harris's face. Broadway caught up with him. That's a gain of 20.
Well, Urban Meyer knows his team right there. Has to get it going. Let's go. You got to earn it. It's tough to win a championship. And Demp's 1 step away from a touchdown.
Well, he's been clocked in 10.01 for the 100 meters. Great speed, as do most of these skill position players for Florida. That's a gain of 20. And this time he is contained as he gets near the 45-yard line.
Very interesting here. Florida's gone back to the dive play. Is it because they don't like the matchups in the defensive line and the pass protection?
What do you think?
Well, so far they've established they can run the ball. They should be able to now throw the ball.
2nd down, 7. Tebow is 13 of 20 throwing it so far. Here come 5-man. Tebow on a designed run. He's got the 1st down, and he's still driving inside the 35-yard line.
Now remember that SEC championship game, Vern? Tebow had never trailed and brought Florida back in the 4th quarter. All he did was go 5 for 5, and then in the national championship game, 6 for 8 against Oklahoma.
Well, he has now carried the ball in this one 21 times. 1st down, 10. Steps back, lets it go in the corner, man coverage, incomplete. Flag. Intended for Deontay Thompson.
Well, it was Broadway again. Broadway turns around, tries to touch the ball. The ball was woefully underthrown.
Number 26, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
Well, that was a tough call. That ball was so badly underthrown. I'm not so sure I like this call. Broadway's right there, turns around, looks for the ball. Gee, that's what you're supposed to do, it seems to me.
That's the 9th penalty against Arkansas in the ball game. Florida penalized only 3 times.
Pass interferences are definitely the toughest call to make, though. I mean, it's, you know, one guy sees it differently than the next.
On 1st down from the 21. Tebow, quick flip. Brandon James gets a little bit of a brush block, and he's caught and dropped at the 20-yard line. And another flag. This one thrown by the referee.
Yeah, I think Patrick Jones is going to get called on this one, I believe, for Arkansas. Unnecessary roughness or something, unsportsmanlike. Nice pursuit by the Arkansas defense, but another penalty.
Personal foul, number 96, defense.
Malcolm Shepard.
1st down.
Was it Malcolm Shepard? I thought it was 95. Could have been Shepard, 96. There's Shepard being hit. What's he supposed to do? The guy was going to try to block him.
Wow.
I don't get that. Come on, the guy was trying to hit him 20 yards from the play, and he gets called for that? My goodness. If you're an official, you have to see it and be sure on that call.
1st down and 10 after the somewhat inexplicable penalty. Here's Demps to the outside. Rush to the corner. Touchdown, Florida. And for the tie, Caleb Sturgis. Gators tie it up with 7:27 to go.
Well, 2 penalties in this drive, the pass interference, and then one more look. Here's Shepard. This is 25 yards behind the play. Marcus Gilbert is going to go for the hit, and Shepard puts him down. And he said, well, I can't believe that's anything. That's no more than Tebow does when he gets up from a big play. Demps, once he gets the corner, you're not going to catch him.
And we are tied at 20 in Gainesville. Welcome back to the Swamp. Coming up after the game, Coach Fulmer and the rest of the crew Break down all of today's action on the SEC postgame show presented by Geico, only on CBS College Sports Network.
Well, remember we talked about Florida is a team that everybody thought, oh, they got through LSU. They're breezing now. It's the SEC. You know what? This is college football.
Yeah.
This is what happens in college football these days.
I don't know. We must have talked to 6 or 7 different players or coaches to a person. They said about Arkansas, no, 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 this is not a trap game.
Right.
Johnson, boy, has he had a day. Not this time. Will Hill. Let's go back to the studio for this John Hancock update. Here's Tim.
All right, Vern, this is the best quarterback you know the least about. Case Keenum, 30 of 43 today for 334 yards. Oh, if not for that loss to Texas El Paso. 44-16, they're up on Tulane with a minute and change remaining. Back to you.
You know, Tim, I would think he's got to begin to get into the conversation about the Heisman. Not that we talk about it a lot, but
Really?
Case Keenum's having a heck of a year, I think. No, you disagree. Okay.
Not a chance.
I didn't say that. I said conversation.
All right.
Here's Mallett across the middle. Childs. Another missed tackle.
You know, Vern, we always think like, you know, the clock's ticking down, not a lot of time. I mean, we did that LSU-Georgia game. They scored 21 points in the last 3 minutes. Not a lot of time.
Had a 2nd down and 2, a gain of 8. Jarius Wright to the left. Stumble by Mallett. Johnson goes right. 1st down, Arkansas. Well, we've talked about 15 and 15 throughout the afternoon. How about the comparison at this point?
Well, that play Mallett made, I mean, he's almost looking like one of those guys who strikes out a few times, but he hits home runs, and you got to take them. You got to live with his strikeouts. Tebow has been accurate all football game, but the pass rush for Arkansas has given him the trouble.
1st down 10. Mallett steps up. Oh, he's got another man wide open. This is London Crawford, number 2. Major Wright with the stop.
Well, London Crawford goes right down the middle of the field. He starts outside and then gets a little weave, and it kind of mixes up the Florida defenders. Crawford's on the top. Now watch him weave in and the other receiver weave out. Watch this. And it mixes up the Florida DBs. A little weave, and they both go with the outside guy. How about that?
That's a gain of 26 and a 1st down at the 40 with 5:45 to go. Mallett, Johnson, nothing there this time. Well, the Arkansas Razorbacks has played so well defensively, but offensively, a couple of big plays from Mallett, and they now have 327 yards total offense against the #1 defensive team in the country.
And remember, Florida is trying to repeat as national champions. Everybody's got them and Alabama as the #1 seed.
2nd and 10. Mallett got a man open on the right side. Down the sidelines, and Dustin Doe drops him out of bounds. It is another 1st down. Gain of 13.
Yeah, Broderick Green, as we look at this play right here, #1 seed, Florida, Alabama. They go undefeated. They're going to be in it. Texas is going to be in the game if they go undefeated. But a 1-loss SEC champion, I still think, will be in the game. This team right here, though, is sitting there right on the edge.
In the meanwhile, Gators teetering a little bit. 1st down in a tie ball game. 4:40 to go. Broderick Green is the running back. He's got some room to the right side. Well, Brandon Spikes, the middle linebacker, we've talked about him as the soul of this defense. He has not played since the second series of the game with a groin pull. Justin Tratto defensively also out with a shoulder injury. There's Spikes. 2nd and 4. Last October on this field, Ole Miss, decided underdog, defeated Florida 31-30. Gators haven't lost a game since, including a national championship encounter. On 2nd and 4, Mallett goes right, one hopper, incomplete, 3rd down. Intended for Greg Childs.
He was expecting Childs to come out of the route and run a stop fade. Childs kept going. Mallett was throwing a short stop fade, and Childs didn't execute.
Third and 4.
Can they find the tight end, DJ Williams, number 45? Whoops, missed him by a little bit. He's
handoff, no. 4th down at the 21. Cunningham and Doe.
Well, this was somewhat of a busted assignment, it looks like to me. Run right at the point of attack, and no one blocks 2 players right at the point of attack. Had to be a bust.
That brings on Alex Tejada as Urban Meyer looks on. Tejada 2 for 3 today. He missed from 37. This is to reclaim the lead from 38 yards away. Hooked it.
So many ways Arkansas could have put more points on the board. This is the 2nd missed field goal. They've missed 2 touchdown passes, and Florida is living and surviving on the edge.
Alex Tejada has missed twice. We're still tied. We welcome you back to the Swamp in Gainesville. We're tied 20-20 Arkansas, but Gary Danielson missed opportunities by the Hogs.
Yeah, they had it down there at the end of the first half. Remember, a wide open Childs. The Arkansas receivers run into each other on a sure touchdown play. Remember, Ryan Mallett was not real happy about that and said, you can't do it. And he also had the fullback wide open on the play and missed him on that. And then right after that play to Stuman, they missed the field goal. So they had 14 points potentially. They ended up with 3.
And so now 3:08 to go. You put it in the hands, on the legs. And the speedster Demps takes the handoff from Tebow. Elton Ford makes the tackle. A first down gain of 13 yards.
It looks like Demps has still got his speed and everybody else has slowed down a step, isn't it?
This is Jericho Nelson, number 31 for the Razorbacks. Oh dear.
Yep. Taken right from behind, Nelson was.
Wendell Davis, his teammate, number 10.
Got him right from behind, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, that's a very positive sign that Nelson is able to walk out without assistance.
Yeah, Jericho Nelson is listed as a strong safety, but he's actually playing the linebacker position because of this spread for Florida. Caught his left leg, didn't he?
First down 10. Under 3 remaining. Tebow to the 37, perhaps the 38th. Zach Stanther, number 61, makes the stop. 2:48 to go.
And you know, when you're number 1, Vern, a win is a win. Feel good, doesn't matter. You know, remember how Florida got into it last time? Anyway, a win is a win. Nobody will remember.
Here's Tebow. Looks for Riley Cooper. He has him at the 47-yard line, and Cooper fighting for additional yardage. It will be a Florida Gator first down. Andrew Stewart, number 36, makes the stop.
Another accurate throw. A little bit of kind of bailing on the play that time. Andrew Stewart did not really challenge Cooper, and that was an easy pitch and catch.
Florida.
I always felt, excuse me, Vern, that the defensive backs, when it got to the end of the game, got more nervous than the quarterback.
Demps shakes one tackle, breaks another. Spilled as he gets to the 47.
The reason I say that is all game, the quarterback knows he can handle defeat. He gets blamed for it. But at the end of the game, the DBs go, if I get beat now, they're going to blame me. They tend to take a back step just a little bit and give you the underneath throws.
Second down and 5, 1:43 to go. Gators have 2 timeouts left. Here's Tebow, steps back. He'll have to run, he has to throw it. And it's caught by Riley Cooper at the 40-yard line. The clock will stop in college ball as they reset the chain. The time remaining 92 seconds.
Big time throw right there. Alabama fans will say, we remember Tebow doing this to us in the 4th quarter. We thought we had him stopped and he made all the plays.
On first down, here's Tebow. Little movement at the line, no flag. Tebow heaves it away.
Pressured inside, Tebow has to go to his right, which is a tough way to throw, and he makes an accurate throw to the outside. Look at that one, perfect. The question is, that defensive line for Arkansas that has done such a great job all game, well, they got 6 sacks. Can they do it one more time? Can they make one more play?
He hit a career long, did Caleb Sturgis earlier, 51 yards. He needs 6 more yards to attempt a field goal from that distance. Here's Brandon James in motion. Blitz, Arkansas. Tebow rolls left, pulls up. He's got Cooper down there. There's a battle and a defensive play by the wide receiver, as Andrew Stewart, number 36, had great position defensively.
I also thought on that play that Cooper could have got called for offensive pass interference, to tell you the truth. Remember the ticky-tack one that Arkansas got? Bottom of the screen right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he could have all over the back that time of Andrew Stewart.
3rd and 10. Line judge comes in, signals time called by the Gators. They have 1 remaining. We have 1 minute and 7 seconds to go. When we come back, 3rd and 10. Well, there's a beautiful scene, is it not? Sun setting in the west of Gainesville, Florida. 90,000 plus, another sellout on hand. And the #1 team in the country, tied with Arkansas. They have won 15 in a row. They're at the 40-yard line of the Hogs, and Tim Tebow and his team bunch up the wide receivers on the right. Now Demps goes in motion. 3rd and 10.
They need about, what, 7 or 8 yards?
Yep. For a 51-yard effort.
Yep.
Right. Arkansas blitzing. Tebow steps up. His receiver slips, and then Cooper gets up and makes the catch. Riley Cooper slipped as he made his turn.
Perfect throw. Brilliant play by Cooper. Man to man. Good coverage this time by Broadway. He fights all the way. That's as good as you can do it if you're Ramon Broadway. But Tebow put it where only the big receiver could get it.
On 1st and 10, Tebow goes left. He'll have to tuck it and run out of bounds, stopping the clock at the 28-yard line. Jerry Franklin, number 34, was there.
I mean, think about how accurately this ball had to be thrown. Everybody wants to know, can Tebow throw the ball? He did on that one, didn't he?
How about Riley Cooper digging back as he falls to a knee, And now Nelson, Deontay Thompson, and Hernandez go left.
If
Other two are wide
I'm
right.
Arkansas, I'm playing quarterback draw, I'm telling you.
It's 2nd down and 9. Tebow, guess what? First down, no. 2nd down. Let's see where the ball is spotted.
You just knew they're in field goal range. Your best guy has the ball. Why take it out of his hands?
Officials timeout for a measurement. What do you think's going through Caleb Sturgis's mind right now?
He doesn't want to do what the guy from Arkansas just did, is what he's thinking right now. Arkansas has 3 timeouts. I wonder if they might start to bleed them and try to leave some time on the clock.
First down.
I don't really see how you can take the ball out of Tebow's hands now.
Were they not to gain a yard, it would be a 38-yard field goal. Tebow at the 11-yard line. Gators still have 1 timeout left.
Another quarterback draw or a quarterback keeper, whatever you want to call it. Arkansas will take a timeout now. They've got to try to save some time on the clock to get a chance to come the other way.
17 seconds to go. Now, we mentioned a while ago about Tebow's 4th quarter passing. In this quarter, 4 of 7, Gary, 31 yards.
And his running, though, that's the key. What he did on the ground on the quarterback draw. I mean, he's been brilliant. The passes he hit, those 2 big passes he hit were brilliant. The quarterback draw was just before this last one. Now, if I'm Florida, I know you may not be able to bleed the whole clock. But if they don't get the first down here, I think I try to kick it on 3rd down so you have 1 more try in case you bobble the snap.
Tim Tebow on the ground, 25 carries for 70 yards.
Center it and kick it on 3rd down. Center it. Yeah, that's what
exactly
they're going to do.
what they had in mind. Wendell Davis with the tackle, 18 seconds to go.
Arkansas is going to have like 15 seconds to go because I think Florida's going to kick it. That's what just happened by Sturgis the other way.
That was a miss you just saw from Alex Tejeda. Now Caleb Sturgis.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Tejeda. I'm sorry.
And so 18 seconds to go. Ryan Mallett and the Arkansas Razorbacks tied with 18 to go in the swamp. Okay, 3rd down. And
they're not going to kick it.
They're not going to kick it. They have 1 timeout left. And it's 3rd and 5.
Right up the middle.
And there it goes. It will be 4th down at the 10-yard line.
You know, I don't really mind Urban's strategy here. I like mine a little better, but, you know, he did bleed his last time out. I would have kicked it on 3rd down in case anything happened. You could fall on it, get another try, call timeout, get another try. Even a block kick, you can recover it and kick it again if you're Florida.
But it will come down to Caleb Sturgis. He's a 5'10 sophomore from St. Augustine, Florida. He got the job after Jonathan Phillips, the returning senior place kicker, pushed one wide from 37 against Troy. And Urban Meyer said, I'm going to try and make a change. So Sturgis today, 2 of 3. He's good from 30 and 51. He missed his other one. And now imagine, this was the miss from earlier. Chaz Henry is the holder. 27 yards to reclaim the lead. Nailed it! I think I just saw Caleb Sturgis tell his teammates, quiet down. We don't want a celebration.
Everybody did. He knew a celebration. The first thing the Florida players did was let's not celebrate.
Caleb Sturgis.
Right down the pipe for him. You called it. That was as straight as you could kick it. And you know you got to hand it to the guy. As Ryan Mallett is watching, number 15 on the other team just showed why he won a Heisman as a sophomore, could have won as a junior, and as a leading candidate as a senior.
Nine seconds to go on the sidelines after the kick went through. Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer urging the team, let's not take a chance.
Yep.
Let's not get called for excessive celebration.
Yeah, I don't know if I kick it to Dennis Johnson.
How about squib kick?
Yeah, I don't kick it to number 33. I'm sorry.
Johnson with a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown earlier.
Now remember, Ryan Mallett, if he gets one throw, can throw it 70 yards. So Arkansas will get one throw.
And they do squib it. Taken at the 20-yard line. Out near the 41.
So there'll be one throw to the end zone. Now everybody has the Boise State play, the hook and lateral. I think your odds are better here, throwing it as far as you can.
One play to go. Look where the three safeties are.
Yeah, they're set up for hook and lateral. They are.
And here it comes.
Hook and lateral.
There's the lateral. There's another one. This is Wingo, the running back, going right. Lateral back. Shades of California and Stanford. But this one not successful. They didn't make it to the band. And the Florida Gators win their 16th in a row. But what a struggle. I know I thought back to the Cal to Vic game.
Well,
This
one
one didn't
kicker
get
misses it and one makes it, but I don't think the Arkansas players should think too badly about the way they played today. It didn't come just down to a kick. They left some other points on the field.
Did indeed. Oh, man.
A lot of clutch plays in this game.
And let's go down to Tracy, who's with Urban Meyer.
Coach, what a game. Did you ever think when they missed that field goal that Tim wouldn't be able to carry his team on his back and take you guys to victory today?
I got a lot of confidence in Tim and that line, and Dempsey played real hard, but it comes down to this is SEC football, and that was a heck of a team we just beat, but we just got to get one game at a time.
First time this team has really been tested in a while. Talk about their resiliency.
Well, I'm not sure what season you've been watching. We've been tested a lot, and once again, it's just SEC football at its greatest, at the highest level.
Go enjoy it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Tracy. Caleb Sturgis in his first year as a place kicker for the defending national champions. Hammered this one right down the middle. Looked like an old Bing Crosby song. And then very calmly started urging his team. I'm amazed.
I think they were warned in the huddle to do that.
But the play of the game belongs to Ryan Mallett and Greg Childs. And with the call for Outback Steakhouse, here's Chuck Barrett of the Arkansas Radio Network.
Mallett to throw, steps into the pocket, deep down the right sideline, has Childs at the 40, the 30, Greg Childs at the 20, coming to the left side, waits on a blocker, the 10, the 5, touchdown Arkansas! Childs fumbled as he got to the goal line, but crossed the goal line prior to coughing it up. 75 yards and a touchdown.
Well, that notched it at 20, but Tebow and the Gators came back, set up Caleb Sturgis with the winning field goal. 23-20 Gators as Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer celebrate near midfield. They're still undefeated. For Tracy Wolfson, Gary Danielson, I'm Vern Lundquist. We will see you next week from Tuscaloosa.